everybody, and welcome back to the MindCatcher's channel. I'm going to do a nice green look for you today. Got on my green shirt, so I'm going to do green. We're starting out with a little bit of scotch tape here on the sides because we want a sharp line here. So let's just go. I'm going to start off with my Urban Decay Primer Potion. And we're going to apply that to the lids. I have oily lids. I need a primer no matter what. Alrighty, the next thing I want to do is add a little bit of concealer to my lid. I'm going to be applying a bright color, that green, so I want it to really show through. You can use a white, but since my brow bone color is going to be kind of neutral and I'm going to put some browns in there as transition, I'm just going to stick with a lighter color concealer. Alright guys, I'm going to start off with a color that I haven't used in a while. This is Oktoberfest, and this is from Coastal Scents. Okay, it's an orangey brown shade. I'm going to use that as my transition color. The next shade I'm going to put there in my transition area, I'm just building color right now, it's going to be an old school color. I'm bringing back the 88 palette from Coastal Scents. Yes, this is what I started out with. There are colors falling out of here and everything. And some I finished with, and they are very good colors. Coastal Scents has very good prices, so don't be afraid to get one of these palettes. This is what I started out with. I'm going to use that brown that's right next to the black in the palette. It's right next to it. There's a red, a brown, and a black. Because I'm not sure if you can see where my finger is pointing. Okay, so I'm going to use that. And most of the shades that I'm using, I believe just about every shade I'm using is going to come from Coastal Scents tonight. So we're building up. Alrighty guys, we're going to go ahead and add our brow bone color now. I'm up here with that. Hopefully you guys can see. It's the third color in the second. I'm just going to tap that in the highest point of the brow. And anytime I place a color, I always go back into my transition color. So I'm going to go back to that orangey brown and just blend right in between there. Take your brush right into that brow bone lightly and just blend. And then I'm going to go back into the deeper brown, bring that back a little bit. And all of this I'm doing with one brush. This is the 250 brush by Coastal Scents. Love this. Very close to the 217 by MAC. Alrighty, if you have a mixing medium or a glitter glue or something like that, I'm going to apply it right here on the lid. I'm going to use my MAC mixing medium. I do have a video on this, a review showing you exactly how you can use it for different things. I'm going to use it because I want this color that I'm about to place on my lid to pop big time. I want it to be sticky and pop. Now, if you have hooded lids, you may want to go a little bit above your natural crease so you can see that shade that you're about to put on. If I don't go above my natural crease, you would never see my shades. So I have to go above it. We allow that to set for just a second. And the shade that I'm going to be using today is going to be out of the Urban Decay Full Spectrum palette. There's a color called Hatter, which came out in their Alice in Wonderland collection. It's right there. So they put different colors in here that came out in different collections, put them all together. But that green I really love, and I really like Alice in Wonderland. I love the movie. Johnny Depp is like one of my favorite actors. Really. Okay, so I'm going to pack that on my brush, and that's my green. Okay, so your green is on there. I did leave just a little bit open because we're going to pack some black in that corner and blend it over towards the green in just a second. I'm going to do the other eye. And if you have hooded lids, I've learned to kind of apply my eyeshadow not looking straight on, but looking down, holding my mirror downward. It makes me stretch my eye down. And I lift my brows so that my eyelid is very stretched. Okay, what I'm going to do is get a pointed brush. This is a crown brush, actually, a C513. It's kind of pointed. I'm going to go back into my darker brown that I use from the Coastal Scents palette and just go around that green very lightly. Just trying to blend it just a little bit at the edges. And of course, a little bit of Oktoberfest again does not hurt. Just going around that, just tapping it, just so we could see all those different shades play their part up there. Alright, my friends, we're going to go back into the Coastal Scents palette and we're going to pack on that black. There's only one black in the palette, so I don't need to show you. But their black is very pigmented. That's why I like it. It's the deepest black I have in any palette. Okay? High end or low end, it's the deepest black I have. So we're going to pack that black on that outer corner. And for this, I'm using the Nancy crease brush. I do have a review on the Nancy brushes. Very nice brush company. We're going to take our brush that we used all those browns on, and we're just going to work that outer area here. Not much movement. Just like I say in every video that I use a black eyeshadow, it's hard to blend out if you mess up. Alright guys, I'm going to add a little bit of gel liner today. Hopefully this gel liner is going to work with me. It looks a little dry, but let's see. And we're going to do the same thing for the other eye. I usually start out with my wing first, but for this, I don't want to cover up any of the green. So I look down into my mirror right here, and I'm really taking my time to line close to the lash line. Alright friends, I went ahead and added some lashes. And I'm going to have a link for the lashes that I have on down below. So we're going to go ahead and remove our tape, and we're going to work on our face because I always do the face before I do the bottom lash line. I like it to look crisp and pretty, so I do the bottom lash line last. I already applied my lotion. Even if you have oily skin, please apply your lotion. You may have some little dry spots somewhere and you do not want that to flake up underneath your makeup. It looks terrible. We're going to put on our primer Oily skin girls, you must wear a primer. If you want your foundation to last, put on a primer. This one is from Becca. I'll have a link for everything that I'm using down below. See, I'm applying it in mostly the oily spots. On the perimeter of my face and places that are not very oily, I use my Milk Makeup. This is their Blur Stick. It's a primer that's supposed to help fill in pores, laugh lines, things like that. It comes in one color. It's good for all skin tones. On my lips, so I won't chap up on you guys because I feel like that's happening, I'm using the Sol de Janeiro or Janeiro Brazilian Kiss. So I just applied that to my lip until I'm ready for my lipstick later. For my foundation this evening, I'm going to be using the Becca. This is the Ultimate Coverage Complexion Cream. I have mine in the shade Mink, and it's a pretty good match for me. So check them out. It is my favorite. As of right now, this is my favorite full coverage mid to high end foundation. I think it's about $40 some, something like that. Worth every penny. I love it. Alright guys, and that's what it looks like. It is my favorite. You see why? Look at that discoloration. You think that I have great skin when I put on this foundation, and that's what I love about it. You can definitely tell someone has on foundation, but it is flawless. This is like bridal foundation to me. It is beautiful. Look at that. And I have pretty okay skin. I still have some discoloration, but I didn't have to color correct or anything. It covers very well. And this is why I like the Iman Concealing Foundation as well. I get that same feeling from the Iman. And that's about $16, $17 in a drugstore. So that's... If I can compare Iman to this, you know I love them. I love them. That became my favorite drugstore foundation very quickly. I love it. If you can find your shade in either one of those, I'm going to leave the Iman down below, the review that I did. If you can find your shade in either one of these, pick it up. Becca has a very nice shade range. And unfortunately, in a lot of foundations, most people are between two shades and they have to purchase two shades and mix, but I feel like these two foundations are worth it. I'm going to go ahead and contour with my Pure Cosmetics Cameo Contour Stick. You guys know this is one of my faves to contour with. I do have something else coming soon that I'm going to be reviewing to contour, and I'm wondering how it's going to hold up to this one because this has been my favorite. They do go very deep. This one is in the shade Dark, and I think it's one that's called Deep, but you can see there one side has the lighter color that you would highlight, the other side is the deeper color. It's like two products in one, and I've had this for over 9 or 10 months now, so it lasts a pretty long time. I think it's worth the money. I think I'm going to do a video called Worth the Money. How about that? He likes green too.
Got some chicken.
Alright guys, I'm going to put a little bit of powder under my eyes. I don't bake long because I crease. This is like a neutral setting powder from Ben Nye and my Sasha Cosmetics Buttercup powder mixed together. Why do I do it? I don't know. But I like the effect. Okay, so while that's down there, I'm going to do under my eyes here. I'm going back into my Oktoberfest for underneath the eye. I'm also going to go back into that darker brown I'm going to go into the Aqua XL pencils from Makeup Forever. I'm using the black, that is D12. And that's what's in my waterline. I'm going to brush away this powder under here. Don't want to start creasing. I'm going to use my Lancome Hypnose Drama mascara for my bottom lashes. You guys know that's the only thing I use for my bottom lashes right now. As an all over face powder, I'm going to use my Mary Kay powder. This is their mineral powder. It's a foundation. It's in bronze 5. I should have gotten 4, I think, but 5 will do. It's a very, very light powder, so I like to use it all over the face as a face powder to set my makeup. Alright guys, I'm going to use some Milani blush. This is always my go-to blush. This is Romantic Rose. I absolutely love it because I can go heavy with it. And with my skin tone, it doesn't really show that I go heavy with it. So I think this is a dark skinned girl beginner friendly blush. That's what I want to say. We're going to go back into our CoverGirl bronzer. No, I didn't use this today. Anyway, we're going into it. And I'm just going to apply a little bit of it around just to bring back some brown to my skin. And I stopped using this so much because it does have that orangey reddish tint to it, and it was a bit too much. So now when I want a little color brought back to my skin, I'll pull it out every once in a while. Now for a glow tonight, I'm going to try something a little different. I have the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector Liquid. And it looks like that. It comes in a pump, and this one is Champagne Pop. So for darker skinned girls, Champagne Pop, we can work with it, I think, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this on and just tap it there, and then I'm going to put something over it. But Champagne Pop is a beautiful, beautiful shade. So I'm just tapping it. And this could also be used as a heck of a highlight for the brow bone. It's beautiful. And then I'm going to apply Rose Gold from Becca right on top. And this is the pressed Shimmering Skin Perfector. We are glowing, honey. You gotta glow up. Gotta glow up sometime. Okay, before we move to lips, I'm going to spray my face with my Urban Decay All-Nighter Setting Spray. Cover up your eyes because that's a matte eyeshadow and this will mess it up. Learned that the hard way. We're going to use Night Moth by MAC. And I'm going to use Pandemonium by Urban Decay. This is one of their Vice lipsticks. Beautiful. Everybody was going crazy for Pandemonium. And I haven't worn this in a while. Gorgeous purple. Oh my goodness, beautiful purple. Beautiful. Get you some. I'm going to add some accessories and I will be back with your completed look. Stay tuned. So guys, this is your completed look. I absolutely adore it. You can change the lip out to a nice fuchsia pink color. It's very pretty. You could also do an orangey color. There are lots of colors that, you know, mix well with green or look great with green weather. A neutral lip will be pretty. So just giving you guys some ideas. This jewelry, I have been asked about it before. I did wear it before in a video. Came from a fellow YouTuber. I'm not sure if she's carrying this and the earrings anymore, because she changes like every month or so, and I bought this over maybe a year and a half ago. Any Poppy for Baby, I think that's her name. Over the top accessory, something like that. I'll try to find a link for her channel, and then you can see all of her information in her description box on how to get to her jewelry. But she carries lots of different things. Alright, and that is it. Tried something new with my hair tonight. Didn't want to make it too stiff. Didn't want to put a lot of gel. I'm trying not to do that. So it's not slick, but it is what it is. When you're team natural, you're all in. Okay, so I didn't want to put anything in my head that was going to be hard and break my hair. Okay, but this is all my hair up in a bun. If you follow me on Snapchat, you would have seen me do it. So follow me on Snapchat. Be sure to follow me on Instagram, and I'm getting very active on Twitter as well. I think that's about it. I hope you guys are liking these talk through tutorials. I'm going to try to push out a few more for you. This particular look is just bright and bold and beautiful. I have a full playlist on colors that are bright and bold and beautiful for darker skin tones. People say we can't wear certain colors, and I'm proving that yes, we can. You can choose any color of the rainbow. It looks gorgeous on you. It's just how you apply it. Alright, cyber kisses, and see you guys in the next video. Bye.